Well, welcome back, everyone. Always love to talk all things FFA. It's something that's near and dear to my heart as a former FFA member. We've got Gunnar, we've got Jeff, and then we've got Brett here with us as well. Here as we start out this morning, of course, talking Canyon FFA here for this morning, talking about a great raffle that's coming up. So first off, thank y'all for making the trip all the way up here. It's a long trip from Canyon all the way up here to our New Shelton studio, so we appreciate y'all making the drive. How are y'all doing?
Wonderful. Thank you guys for having us.
Of course, and so let's talk about this drawing a little bit, because you were telling us a little bit before in the commercial break.
Sure.
I mean, this is going to be a really cool drawing where people can win some pretty great things made by local FFA students, right?
Absolutely. So our Alumni Association is doing this raffle to raise money for our Canyon FFA kids. There are smokers and grills and tables and fire pits and swings, and the kids have worked on building all of these projects throughout the year. It's a 8-month-long drawing. Your ticket stays in for the entire period, and you can win multiple prizes. So there are 10 big prizes like the ones I just talked about, and then 20 smaller prizes that will be given out as well. So you have multiple chances to win. It's a really cool thing that our alumni put together to raise money for travel and scholarships for students and all sorts of equipment and things that we need for the program. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing is, if people at home, hopefully y'all make it out to places like Tri-State Fair, things like that, because there's always this ag mechanics kind of display there at the Tri-State Fair, and there's some really impressive things that local ag mech students put together. And so kind of talk about your perspective, Jeff, as the ag teacher there in Canyon. I mean, just talk about the workmanship and the care that goes into these things that these kids are making, because they're not just throwing something together and saying, all right, raffle that off, right?
So our ag mechanics teachers, got him Chase Fulton, and I think he's one of the best in the state. He's young, he loves the kids, but they put in hours of work, and he will not let a project be built that's not absolutely perfect. And so he does a fantastic job with those students. I'm lucky to get to work with him and see what they put together every day. And they just put, I mean, these projects are unbelievably, I bought a ticket myself. I'd love to win half of them, So they're really cool projects that our students put together, and they spend, I mean, every project probably has 20 or 30 hours worth of work in it by the time that it's done in some of these projects. So really proud of what the work they do and the work that Mr. Fulton puts in with those guys as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it sounds like it's going to be a really great thing for sure. And so, Gunnar, you are currently the president of Canyon FFA. So tell us a little bit about what you do there in FFA, what you compete in, what you take part in there as your part of your involvement there at FFA.
Yeah, so I'm involved in pretty much everything FFA has to offer. I'm a Ford Leadership Scholar through Texas FFA Association, and then I'm also the president, obviously, in leadership positions. I meet judge. I also do the Ag Issues competition, so we're actually going to nationals here in about a week for that competition. So yeah, that's real exciting.
That is exciting. So wishing y'all best of luck in that. So I mean, talk about what that's like for you and your team. I mean, getting to go compete, like I said, nationally on such a big stage. Do they still have nationals in Indianapolis?
Yes. So it's in Indianapolis, and so we had to qualify for that at the state competition. We had to win the state championship, and then we're on to nationals here in about a week. So that's really what this project, this ticket raffle that we're going for is kind of supporting, is that travel to nationals for our students, and the scholarships that we get through FFA. I mean, FFA is one of the largest providers of scholarships to any students across the state and nation. So we really are proud of that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's such a great thing to support as well. And so for your perspective as president, like I said, you're so involved in FFA. I mean, what's it like for you getting to see the community show up for things like these raffles and these different events that support FFA? What's that like for you?
I mean, it's massive. As my role as a Ford Leadership Scholar, I've kind of gotten to be in the community a ton recently, and seeing them support our raffles and seeing them support our FFA chapters has been paramount to just the success of our chapter as well as the success of the community.
Absolutely. And so, Brett, you're the treasurer of the Alumni Association there for Canyon FFA. So talk about just the idea and the inspiration behind this raffle, because I think it's a great opportunity for people to support local FFA as well as, like I said, really get to showcase the talents of local FFA students.
So we do a couple of different fundraisers a year, but it's getting harder to come up with new and interesting ideas that people will throw their money at, because it's hard.
Right.
And this idea was brought to us, and Mr. Fulton was excited about it, and that these kids could make these projects because they're doing them anyways.
Absolutely.
So let's do something with them, and we put them in the raffle, and we use the money to fund the trips. We do provide scholarships. Anything the FFA needs, we try to make sure they have it.
Yep.
Canyon is blessed. We have the best FFA chapter in the state for 13 of the last 15 years.
Sure.
So we want to keep that going. And
Absolutely.
The board and all the alumni and supporters, that's our goal, is to keep it going.
Absolutely. I think this is going to be a great way to do that. So, Jeff, tell us real quick, if people want to get their hands on these raffle tickets, because like you said, even if your name gets pulled, it goes right back in. Where do they need to go to get tickets?
So they can email canyonffa alumni@gmail.com. that's a great way to do that. They can get on our Facebook page and find all the information as well. It's just Canyon FFA on Facebook. They can contact me at school if they'd like to, and I can get them in touch with all of our alumni people and some of our students that have access to tickets.
All right, awesome. Well,
Yeah.
thank you all so much for coming and visiting with us this morning. Of course, good luck at Nationals with your FFA issues competition. That's going to be really great for sure. And said, get your hands on some of these raffle tickets with some great projects that local kids are working on. But